Hello everybody, welcome to the YouTube channel wherever you are listening across the entire nation. I am Nick Clowes and otherwise known from the date of Thursday the 27th of April 2017. So welcome along to this video. What it's about today is a special interview. Cast your memories back for those people who were involved in this radio station, community radio in Cambridge by the name of 209 Radio. Carl Hartland was the boss and gave many tears and joys to what was great memorable times on that former radio station, which ceased airing in 2010. Now, we go to this interview, which comes from a former show on that station, which is now obviously former. And it was a name of Feel Good Friday. Yes, Feel Good Friday it was on a Friday. I believe it was from 9 o'clock till 12. 3 whole hours of great music and banter and fun at the time. I can't ever forget great memories, and it has lifted me up, well, throughout my whole career of that kind of thing of radio. But we'll go to this interview now, in actual fact, and the interview is with Matt Webb and myself, Nick the producer at the time, and I was joined with Julien Clowes, who is currently an assistant deputy organist at St Peter and St Paul Clare in Suffolk. Unless, of course, the information has changed, yes, it's currently still the same information. That goes for Nick the producer, who is currently involved with a club mix show which can be heard between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. on another radio station. And if you want to hear more, on a Sunday it's 10 p.m. till midnight. So, yes, look up where you'll find the information of the show, unless, of course, in the future I am no longer existing. So we'll go to this interview, which comes from Friday the 31st of July 2009, basically 2009. And it's, of course, as I say, with Matt Webb, Nick the producer, and Julien Clowes.
Julien Clowes is a deputy organist from St Peter and St Paul Clare, which is not far from Haverhill, literally. What gave you the idea of playing the organ?
My grandfather was an organist. He was named Albert Ernest Monk. He was born in 1904. He would have been over 100 now, but I mean, that was one reason. Number two reason is I had a choice between carrying the cross or playing the organ at St Mary's Haverhill.
Do you have any favourite Pacific pipe organ that you actually have played at?
Yes, I have actually. It's the Old Independent Church in Haverhill.
Have you had any organ lessons which have helped you learn to play the actual organ?
About a year ago, before the organ at Clare was being redone.
How many pipe organs have you played at?
I'll list them through. It's very, very quick. It's 10 at the moment. Birmingham Cathedral once, Cavendish, St Mary's, Clare, St Peter, Paul, that's the obvious one. And St John the Baptist, Stoke by Clare, that's once a month. The Old Independent Church, now and then. St Mary's Haverhill, St Mary's Seven more than once. Selwyn College, Cambridge, that was recently. St Mary's the Great Cambridge about a year ago. And finally, Ravensor and St Mary's, Cambridge, yeah.
If there was a church or venue, i.e. a college organ or a church pipe organ that you could or you would like to play at, have you got any ideas where you'd like to play?
Well, there's no ideas at the moment, just around most of them, Cambridge, the colleges and the churches.
Do you have an email or website for people who would like to get in touch with you?
Yes, J-Clowes.
That is small dash.
At hotmail.co.uk.
Finally, do you have any future event or events you would like to tell us about?
Hopefully playing for one of the Sudbury Marathons in September the 12th. It's from 10 to 5. There might be some refreshments over there. Most organists play from 45 minutes only, and that's one possible. Second possible is Ravensor once a month. That's just a session, really. Possibly refreshments every first Saturday of the month from 9 to 1. And probably I play like a couple of services, and there's one wedding to come in St Mary's Haverhill when the organist is away, really.
So you play for weddings and funerals?
Occasional funerals. Weddings is sort of half at the moment, so I mean, when I can play, and I always get told to play, sort of thing, you know.
Yep, okay.
Julien discusses further about his organ playing.
Can be quite straightforward, but I mean, when you got a new organ, like when I was playing at Selwyn, I was a little bit on the nervous side. Been there for 2004, it's been redone. It's given permission by Sarah McDonald from Selwyn, Roger Green from Sudbury, he came in and had a listen. They thought it was quite good. I played 4 pieces on that organ first time, but when you say a new organ, you have to study it before you play it, you know.
And he's also watched a DVD, which I've watched as well, of Stephen Clearaby. And we've actually met the bloke. Very nice chap he is.
By the way, there's a website you can log into on the Google, which is jclowes.blogspot.com. If you prefer to use the full name, just type in that on Google, Julien Clowes. Thank you.
Giving your radio a variety injection.
Many thanks to all of you listening to that audio and watching the screens at home. Hopefully you're still watching some of the great memories that will never lie down in years to come. But that was the former Feel Good Friday. Yeah, Feel Good Friday from 9 till 12 at the time of the former radio station named 209 Radio at the time. So many thanks to, of course, all that was involved in that interview there, including myself, of course, named Nick the producer. Who is he? Yeah, he's currently doing the show. Yeah, that doesn't exist, doesn't it? A currently show? No, I've never heard of that one before. Anyway, it was the Club Nick show, and it is actually the Club Nick show. Without confusing too much, yeah, he can be heard. That's Nick the producer. Can be heard on the Club Mix show. If you're listening in the future, then, of course, he may not exist. But, of course, it might be past tense. But, yeah, currently at the moment, to this modern day, Thursday, the 27th of April 2017, he is on the other community radio station, which is online and across the whole wide world. You can tune in as well. How good is that? Anyway, that's another thing altogether. Great memories of the former radio station of the name 209 Radio at the time. Never to be forgotten, and my thanks to all that were involved. Matt Webb, you could not hear in the background for his purposes, in case he hears his former voice, and he may not approve. But, of course, I edited it for good purposes so that you can remember something for years to come. Feel Good Friday then, 9 till 12. 3 hours of entertainment, banter, and confidence on the microphone. Yeah. My confidence actually went leaps and bounds throughout the whole years, and still to this very day, I'm always practicing and I'm always improving. Well, I try anyway. Anyway, that's that. And Julien Clowes was the guy I was actually interviewing at the time. He is, and still to this modern day, unless it changes in the future, a deputy organist of St Bidra and St Paul Clare. Yes, you can find out more information on his current website, in actual fact, and he's still got that up and running, but it's obviously changed to a different website. So, yeah, just look up Julien Clowes and you'll find it. Anyway, to cut a long story short, if you Google 209 Radio 105 FM, you'll find this small little box, and it says something on the lines of this. If you read it yourself, then you might have an idea of what it was about for those people who weren't on the radio station actually working on it at the time. But those people listening to this audio now who were on that radio station might want to listen back to this information anyway, just in case you can't be bothered to look it up. Anyway, it says something on the lines of this. 209 Radio on 105 FM ceased programming at midnight on Saturday the 27th of February 2010. They had nearly 7 years of learning music, laughter and tears, broadcasting on the web from venues and on the FM dial. With what resources they were able to use in an increasingly tough environment, they were confident that they actually enriched the Cambridge airwaves with new programming and touched the lives of many with that content. On the shop floor, they have helped, at the time, individuals and groups grow and achieve great things. They are now on Cambridge 105, which is still a radio station on FM and online, a new community radio station for Cambridge. Has successfully, I said that right first time, can't believe that, applied to Ofcom at the time to transfer of 209's radio's licence and are now broadcasting to this modern day 7 days a week on 105 FM. They wished them the best of luck at the time, and you can find them on the link as well, and they are still currently going. If you are listening in the future and they're not going, then of course it's past tense, but yeah, they might have some great memorable times as well. Anyway, to cut a long story short, that is what I'm going to leave you with tonight, and look out for possibly an interview with Matt Bentman, one of the guys who I did meet at the time doing another show, which was, of course, the Flavour of the Month, which is now Flavour on not 209 radio, but Cambridge 105, of course, which can be heard on several occasions. So, yeah, listen out for that. That is a former interview which was on the last air date of 2010 when it actually winded down. So, my thanks to all of you listening to this audio and video, and all the best wherever you may be for the future. Hello again, and let's cast our memories back to the last airtime of 209 Radio, the former station of Cambridge, as we interview Matt Bentman, who is actually coming up the stairs now. And I actually interviewed him alongside him interviewing me.
209 Radio, the last day before we become Cambridge 105.
Yes, pretty good.
Hey, this is a good view. I'll have a look at this.
Yeah. It is a good view to get a picture anyway on your video camera.
It's Mr. 60s.
Mr. 60s, eh?
209 Radio, soon to be Cambridge 105 Radio, as I've already said only a few seconds earlier. Once a month, every Saturday, 12 o'clock till 12:57 p.m. and listenable thereafter on the 209 archive, soon to be the Cambridge 105 archive. There you go. We're online, we're on FM. And you are on camera with Nick, the producer, on Feel Good Friday. Every Friday, 3 whole hours every Friday, come rain or shine, from now until the end of time, pretty much, really. That's about right, isn't it?
Yeah, that sounds about right, Matt.
Put the camera onto you, because I don't think you've actually been on this camera.
No, I haven't. That's the thing, yeah. I've enjoyed most of it, Matt.
Because we started at the same time, didn't we? We were both in the same broadcasting code.
Yeah, we met each other on a Saturday, I think it was.
Good memory, better memory than me.
Yeah, I think it was anyway. And yeah, ever since that I've enjoyed getting involved, and it's been exciting. It's been great to get the confidence. And
your confidence has gone up in leaps and bounds, since you started, definitely.
A bit up and down, but I mean, along the way, on the journey of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, great confidence. I could even walk to a pub and enjoy myself with no problem sometimes.
Yeah.
That's on occasions, that is.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I won't go into that. But mostly, my favourite bit has been doing my show, really, most of all.
Yeah.
It's been quite exciting, entertaining, and, it's just been good.
Each one of us now is responsible for this station.
Yeah.
In terms of making it known, in terms of trying to bring in some more revenue for it,
Yeah.
I think maybe that's one of the things that we tend to fail on, is that everybody is devoted to their programme, certainly.
Yeah.
But there needs to be more than that. As Matt Webb said on the radio just now, everybody has a responsibility to contribute more than just their own show.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. We need to help this place.
Yeah, we need it. Yeah.
not just getting new members.
Exactly. Yeah. We need lots of that, sponsorships.
I've not exactly gone out to find anybody. Actually, that's a lie.
Great opportunity for people to get involved and get confidence up for especially co-hosting like I have done myself. And I've really enjoyed every opportunity that I could ever imagine.
If you met anyone that you think would be good on Feel Good Friday,
yeah,
could you get them on?
Yeah, you could do. You could get an extra co-host or something like that.
Or even not even that. What if you found people that are interested because you tell them what you do and they go, I'd quite like to do that. And therefore it's your job to be able to say well, there are plenty of opportunities at Cambridge 105.
Yeah, of course.
You could become part of the news desk, part of the research team, part of the editorial team, part of the programming committee. You could become a member in any way, shape or form that you choose, and you can choose to learn as much as you want. How the hell do you manage loo breaks in a 3-hour program?
Loo breaks?
Like when you need to nip to the loo or things like that. Yeah. No, going to the bathroom, going to the toilet or anything like that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Do you just nip out during songs and stuff?
During the show, what it is I sometimes find it hard, but when I'm like in the Kick Up the 80s or something like that, I always ask mate, and I go there, and he says that's always fine, and most of the time I get through it, but it can be a problem. As we all know, but I won't go into detail. But
no, let's not do that.
Man of all time of Flavour of the Month, absolutely fantastic.
The only one on Flavour of the Month. Shake hands on camera.
Yeah, we can. Can we see it there? Yeah, we can. Yeah, okay then. I'll just support it in any way. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to it. Let's hope that Ofcom let us have it.
So there you go.
Okay.
That's what we're all here for. That's not a very interesting bit, that's just the roof, but this is where it all happens, I guess. So the kind of the magic starts here, and also in our own minds, of course, and over there, I suppose, as you've recorded this already.
Yeah, I have already.
Is where it all happens. So excellent.
Yeah,
and
hope it's still there.
And this is what we'll carry on doing for a little while to come.
Yeah, but keep our fingers crossed.
Keep our fingers very crossed. Yeah.
Can we just about see that?
There you go. That's the fingers crossed.
We'll party on the night. My many thanks goes to, of course, Matt Bentman for his fine interview and fine questions he asked me. And let's hope for the future of your show, but who knows what happens.
Yeah.
Who knows? That brings the end. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye. See ya.
How the hell do you manage loo breaks in a 3-hour program?
Loo breaks?
Like when you need to nip to the loo or things like that. Yeah. No, going to the bathroom, going to the toilet or anything like that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Do you just nip out during songs and stuff?
During the show, what it is I sometimes find it hard, but when I'm like in the Kick Up the 80s or something like that, I always ask mate, and I go there, and he says that's always fine, and